Jai Hind everyone, my name is Sweetie, and 2 days ago I shared some concluded points to you. And one of the points is that there is no need to be worried to make mistakes. And after making mistakes, you have to know what are the ways you should follow to correct your mistakes, because there is no way to, if you really want to be upgrade you, if you really want to see grow you, then you have to be analyze your mistakes and what are the ways you can follow to correct your mistakes. Okay, so and what are the ways I follow to correct my mistakes? See, you know very well, whenever you start your journey, when we are not habitual of speaking English, at that time our mind started converting Hindi sentences to English. Okay, I mean, our mind trying to make translation. Okay, and that process may become hurdle for you. And if, like, when I started my journey in this studying, I did same. And whenever I stuck and I started translating in my mind, and I stuck. At that time I stuck and I stopped speaking. Then there was lagging. So first you have to be say your mind, I mean, you have to be create that environment in your mind that okay, if you're making mistakes, then you just continue speak. Okay, there is no need to be stop and then making sentences in English, then you have to speak. No, if you're making mistakes, then okay. But like what happened with me now, whenever I make mistake, then I at that time I know I'm making mistake, but I continue speaking. And after whenever I analyze my videos, then at that time I know that at that point I made mistakes and what mistake I did, then I analyzed and I correct my mistake. Okay, so like you have to spend more and more time to analyze your the mistakes. So see, if you really want to see you grow, then you have to be do these things. I mean, okay, I'm just giving you my example. When I started my journey, at that time it was like that I was not able to find my mistakes. And as I told you that I started translating sentences, even though at that, and in the starting when I took that 90-day challenge, at that time, after my first day or 2 or 3 days, then it was like that okay, it is, I mean, I started taking interest in that 90-day challenge. But what happened with me, whenever I had to make video, it was like that, I feel pressure. So it was not good, because at that time I didn't know how can I make my mistakes correct. So what I did at that time means I continue with my that challenge. And after some time, when it's like that about 1 week or 2 week, I started analyzing my problems, I mean my mistakes, what are the mistakes I did. Then at that time it was like that I stuck in between. And you know what, whenever I started making video at that time, it was like lots of burden. Like I didn't know what are on which topic I have to speak. And first I mean, I had to spend more and more time on me. Then I started making video. But now, like, yes, now I do lots of practices for my spoken English. Like I written diaries and speaking in front of mirror and watching videos on YouTube. So there is two ways also, like you can find your mistakes easily. See, I mean, in this studying, whenever you start your journey, then you what are the steps you should take in? Like you should add two practice in your routine. First is written diaries. I mean, you can written anything. What about daily routines or anything, just start writing. And you have to be start watching YouTube videos. There is lots of channel on YouTube, like storytelling, audiobooks, and motivational channel, English speeches channel. Okay, so try to listen them. And what I did, in the starting of my journey, after watching these videos, I tried to write all the gist in my language. Yes, in the starting I made mistakes, but when I habitual of it, then I started taking interest in it. And the main thing is that after some time my mistakes will be reduced. I mean, sorry, my mistakes, all the my mistakes were reduced. and it was like literally I'm improving. So first you have to be spend, of course you have to be spend more time. And the main thing is that like in the starting you have to be do one thing, that just add one or two practices, and after some time you can add more practices. Okay, and the main thing is that, if I concluded that a particular point to make sure you that it is the right time to start your journey. If you can think that you can do and lots of people are doing, so this is the right time. Okay, yes, in the starting you feel lots of stress, lots of challenges, lots of problem, and sometime maybe you don't want to be make video. And even see, I'm just want to be add one thing also. When you habitual of watching and writing in English, then you have to be record you. Okay, there is no need to be upload your videos, and if you want to upload, then you can upload on private mode. Okay, and then after making your video you can listen your video, and after listening then you feel like what are the mistakes you are doing. And whenever, the one thing is that of me is that I'm very fond of talking to me. So like whenever I have to be time, then I always practice with me. Lots of talks I do with me, and then I make video of those talks. And at that time it was like that, my because I didn't have any partner. And at that time, like whenever I just want to be spend more time with English, then I started making video. Okay, so these are the things you should follow, and if you really want to start, then start. Okay, so thank you so much. Jai Hind.